Good evening, everybody. Well, it's evening when I record this. This will be coming out tomorrow morning, but I just wanted to have a little bit of a discussion and kind of go over just a little bit my initial thoughts of the pendulum mechanic being brought into the venerable Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Needless to say, we don't have to worry about pendulum magicians being a threat for a long time. I think by the nature of the pendulum cards that they have released, I think it's going to be intriguing at the very least to see what is done with them. What do I mean by that? Well, simple. What I mean by that is pendulums in the TCG are kind of just things that are already on cards with effects. What does that necessarily mean? Well, the pendulum, when Konami realized how kind of busted pendulum summoning could be, they made it very hyper-specific to archetypes, and frankly, despite even my venerated Shaddolls having their own pendulum monsters with pendulum scales, there's no point, honestly. Frankly, why would you play pendulums in a deck that isn't built for them? And that's kind of what I've kind of gathered here. They've cut the selection of pendulums down, so, outside of maybe Yusenju doing some disgusting things, pendulums really are cut off at the hamstrings, and I think that's honestly for the best. I empathize and feel sorry for the people who genuinely love and enjoy the mechanic, but, for the overall health of the format, I think it's for the best. Who knows? Konami might do something a little different, and the game will speed up considerably as a result, but at least from what I've gathered here, pendulums can either function as your goal is to pendulum summon on your first turn, or your goal is to just have cards with good effects in your deck. Normal monsters seem to have the best effects. Focus Cannon is a card I would think of as an example, and Pendulum Magicians aren't a bad AI, grind deck within themselves, but I look forward to seeing what fun things DDD gets at their disposal, because God knows that they would love to have Kepler and Purple Poison. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sitting down and listening to my thoughts, and much love. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day.